pick, Super Rugby Pacific. What do you see as being potential, maybe a surprise package or someone to get excited about, a team or a player? Either or, I'll let you pick. Paul, do you want to kick us off here?
I'm going Ruben Love with the Hurricanes. And that all depends on where the Hurricanes coaching staff picture him in sort of, is he number one pick? I hope so. Which brings me back to how is Lincoln McClutchy not one of the top 3 first 5/8s in the Hurricanes catchment area? But anyway, well,
there was another good first 5 in the Hurricanes catchment area not long ago either. Just saying.
But Ruben Love, I think he showed enough in the NPC last season, and if they just give him a wee bit of free rein, because I think we'll see his best rugby there, and give him some consistent game time. I've got him as the number 1 first 5/8 in that squad. I'm just not sure whether the coaching staff of the Hurricanes have him in the same regard, but I hope they do, because I think he's someone that can ignite that a backline that the Hurricanes have, and I think we could see some very, very special things from Ruben Love this season.
So I'm going to love to hear any mention of Ruben Love there. How about you, Richard? Who are you keeping an eye on?
I'm just going to go with Fiji Drua. I just kind of want to be right here. I just really want them to sort of play that exciting brand of footy that we know the sort of Fijians can. We saw, obviously it's not the same team, but when Fiji sort of came, but the All Blacks last year, they really sort of just the heat that they bring. I was surprised to see them. I mean, I suppose it's that uncertainty, but them paying $151 take the tournament out, when the Force and the Reds are paying 51 and the Waratahs 101. I thought maybe they could have deserved a little more respect, but looking through their squad, they sort of got guys who have sort of played a bit of NPC and that sort of thing over in New Zealand, but probably lacking a little bit of experience. But yeah, I just want to see them, and they might benefit from playing the Australian conference and sneak a couple of wins. I think a couple of upsets. So yeah, I reckon I'm looking forward to seeing them play.
You can have 1,000-1 with me, Rissy.
I'm not taking the 151, but
I'll take the 1,000-1.
I think they're exciting. I think if they're going to get a few wins, it'll be early in the year. I think just the season, the grind, being in a camp for 3 or 4 or 5 months, and injuries, I think that they'll battle towards the end of the year. But yeah, when they're at their best, particularly early in the year, hopefully they get a few wins. But I'll go a different. I thought Ruben Love was a great call out, but Paul, I like him. I'm going to go on a different tact here. I'm looking at a few experienced All Blacks that have come back from either sabbatical or injury, just to see how they respond. I'm talking about Brodie Retallick, TJ Perenara, those types of players that probably came back. They were heralded. Sam Cane's another one who was injured, and they need a big year. I think they're kind of being selected on reputation, and we know how good they have been. I just want to see if they've got it. And a couple of players, Folau Fakutava, who was injured last year, I want to see how he responds. And player like Anton Leonard-Brown, another player who just hasn't really shot the lights out for a couple of years. So I'm looking at the more experienced players, heralded, great careers, but do they have it in them for 2 more years for this World Cup? So I'll be looking at those guys.
Well, I'm going to take your 1,000-1 Fisky, because I had the Drua down as well. I think they could really surprise a few people. Like, obviously, it's a different camp. Well, when I've got it down here, their first year in the Australian NRC, they won the whole thing. So it's not like it's a completely foreign concept being involved in a week-to-week competition here. I just think depth's not going to be an issue for them. Like, sure, we don't know a lot of these guys' names now, but they're going to have picked players there who would have ended up playing sevens for Fiji if it wasn't for the Drua being a thing. And we all know the sort of talent that they produce there. So I think especially getting all the Australian teams up first, like getting the Rebels and the Force and the Waratahs early on is a gift. Like they'll win a few of those, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them push for a quarterfinal spot. I think they'll be 4 or 5 real guns there and unveiled there. So.
Mate, you're still on the Christmas egg, on the eggnog.
It's time.
We're comparing the NRC to Super Rugby.
Well, they're playing against the same teams.
We talking about practice? We talking about practice?
I'm loving this American accent Paul's brought into the podcast today.
If you guys want to,
obviously, Pedro.
Yeah, I forgot what
I'll
world
be
beaters.
getting on them the first few weeks. There'll be some juicy odds on offer.
Yeah, because the Force and the Rebels just absolute world beaters. There's no way they could put up a fight against them.